Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a good 2017 so far. I am. It's going pretty well. Everyone's been doing this. I sat down, I thought about it, I did a list, as you see from the title, what this list is. And trust me when I say it was not easy. I had to sit back, really think hard on which was the best game of 2016. Because when I say this list was not easy to put together, but I ranked them in terms of like my, what had me the most excited, I had the most fun and an unforgettable experience. So sit back and relax. Here's my top, 10 games of 2016. I have a list here too, because man, it's a lot to go through. All right, number 10. Until these lists are gonna be controversial, because we're starting up number 10 with the controversial one, with Mighty Number 9. I know I hear the people saying, "Well, how can you put down the list? There's clearly better games out there." Well, these are the 10 games I played in 2016, and in my opinion, Mighty Number 9 was a good game. It was a damn good game. It's just one of those things that, people want to think that have that sheep mentality, thinking, "Oh, the game sucks, so that must be the case," and no one want to discover for themselves. Because a lot of people, unfortunately, have that habit of, "Oh, I guess I'll take his word for it," and not play the game and just go on the notion that, "Oh, he's right," when they're wrong. Is it perfect? No. I remember I stressed it's a good game, not a great one. It has its flaws. There's some frame rate issues, maybe some bugs and glitches. Nothing I've noticed, but I've noticed from other videos. But I have the Wii U version, which I heard people saying it will bork your system, which it never borked my system, because I beat the game. I even went back again to get the footage for it from my Mighty Number 9 review, which I did on my channel, by the way, if you want to check it out. And it's a good game. It's unfortunately getting a bad rap. It's like the Freedom Planet this year. It's like Mega Man with a twist. It's a good action platformer shooter with actually a good challenging final boss, in my opinion. Because not for nothing, the final boss was challenging but fair. I liked it. Unlike other final bosses like Shadows of Mordor or Halo 4, or you just do quick time events and you win. It's like where's that sense of challenge? Because when you beat the final boss in Mighty Number 9, you feel like a badass. Like the powers you get in the game. Yeah, I know people saying, well, not all the powers are good. Some are good, but some of them also suck. I'm like, yeah, but you can say the same thing for Mega Man 9 and 10, and those were pretty recent. And some powers there, some of the powers there really blow. And it's not like, oh, I'm just going on based on information. I have both games. There's some powers that just suck. So, even Mega Man's guilty of having shitty powers. It happens. Doesn't make the game overall bad. It's a good platforming experience. It's totally worth it. Go check it out. Do not listen to people's opinion. Make your own opinion. Think for yourself. Go check out that game. And also just check out and see if it's true or not. If it's bad like people say, hey, at least they're right. But if it's not, well, I'm glad you listened to me. Because you never know. You might find it in. It might be your hidden gem of 2016. In my opinion, it lived up to the hype. It didn't surpass it, but it lived up to it. At least it promised what it offered, unlike a certain game, No Man's Sky. Excuse me. Sorry, Sorry about that. I'm allergic to bullshit. Alright. Oh, boy. And number 9, it is, let me cover it up because it's windy out here today, Star Fox Zero. I gotta say this first of all, to Pro Jared and Jim Sterling. I'm a huge fan of you guys, by the way. I love your channels. I love what you do. But really putting Star Fox Zero as like the worst games of 2016 list? Are you kidding me? Okay, is it perfect? No, it's not. I don't. And the motion controls take some getting used to. I'm not gonna lie. You know what this reminds me of? Not I was thinking about it. This reminds me of Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword, people hated Skyward Sword because of the motion controls. People hated it. But as the years went on, people grew to like it. Hell, even loved the series. Because, and people want to, even people want to say it has one of the best boss fights in recent Zelda memory. Which is true. That's some like easy boss fights. But some of the boss fights are really fun and challenging. The weird golden golem with like the 4 arms. I mean, he was really, really challenging. because you gotta like slash his weak spot really quick, because he'll cover it quick. So it's one of the things of an endurance round kind of thing. So it had like good boss fights. So that's the same thing here. Star Fox Zero, even though it was technically a retread or a reboot of the Star Fox game, it was a good reboot. Again, the motion controls, I wish there wasn't motion controls so it could appeal to everyone. But if you sit down and really get used to it, it's a good system. It's a well put together game. Hey, how it's like, oh, it's garbage, it's terrible. No, it's not. Oh, how the little chicken mode is bad. No, it's a cool mode. It's actually really, it controls well. Is that maybe you just suck at the game? I mean, I hate to be mean or nothing, guys, but it's one of those games like just take your time. You know, really learn the controls, because I mean, I was thinking the same thing too. I thought, oh, maybe this game is not as good as everyone. Maybe it's bad, because I sat down. Dude, with the completionist there, who's a good guy that did it, who's a good reviewer about it, in which, in my opinion, gave it a fair review, in my opinion. Go check out his review of Star Fox Zero. And he mentioned that too. If you sit down, really learn the controls, you'll have a fun gaming experience with Star Fox Zero. It was a good Nintendo game. It was a great game. I did the first impressions on it. On my channel. I even mentioned how the controls. Yeah, there's motion controls, but it controls fine. It controls fine. It's good. I had a good time with it, and I beat it, and I beat the whole game through, and I loved it. It wasn't perfect, but it was a great game. A great game. I liked it. Again, it's another game I highly recommend you go pick up, and don't listen to people. Go judge for yourself. That game is really great. All right. Now, hopefully, the rest of the list, people will agree with me on. I know those two people like, this list is already tainted, but it's my opinion. It's my opinion, so if you don't like it, well, you can leave. But that's just my opinion. So, alright. The next game on our list, number 8, is Gears of War 4. Woo! I recently beat that game with my friend Cooper not too long ago. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic game. Holy shit, it's a really great game. It's just fun, you know. It's cool. And I think the one thing that I think no one really mentioned in reviews, how, I mean, I played all the Gears of War games. I think that's not so long ago. I beat the original one recently with my friend Koopa, and I love the Gears characters. Besides Coltrane, which is my favorite character, by the way, no one really had no personality. Everyone was like big, angry. I'm gonna kill shit, avenge my wife, and all that kind of shit. No one really had no personality. Everyone's like just plain Jane the same. You know, only Coltrane, even in the sequel, you know, Coltrane really had a personality. It wasn't until like Gears of War 3 you really see that implode, because even then he was kind of generic too in the first one. But these new characters, like the new main character, like, you know, Marcus's son and the female and Marcus's son's friend, all have great personalities. And you know, they were funny. That they said smart quips with each other. Had great chemistry. They felt like real people that you could talk to and interact, not like these big muscle-bound wrestlers. You know, they felt like real characters. And of course, even Marcus grew a better personality. He was more kind of sassy but funny. And this is one funny part which I won't spoil. Because you go to his house in the game and you do see him and play with him. Not play as him, but like, you know, team up with him and stuff. Something happens at his farm, which is he just has a funny line, which I won't spoil, but it's hilarious. But it's a fun game. It's a fun campaign. Though there's one annoying part I have to mention was when you gotta like take this cannon bolt thing, and you have to use the wind to like aim it to hit this house thingy, and it was annoying as fuck. Especially gonna get yelling the same thing over and over, and kind of like a Kingdom Hearts, like count on the hydrants back. Remember that shit in Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. Imagine an annoying line repeat to you over and over and over again. It was the most annoying section in that game. But other than that, it was fine. And there was like a little hard part at chapter, I think 4 or 5, which is just be expected. It's getting towards the end. No, chapter 5. And but other than that, no, Act 5. Excuse me, on Act 5. But you know, you get my point. Point is, it was a hard part, and we passed it. But other than that, it was a fun experience. I can't deny it. It was like, to me, our opinion, the second best Gears game. Gears 3, in our opinion, is still number 1, but number 2, but not too far behind, is Gears of War 4. So go definitely pick it up. Also, if you're wondering how's the multiplayer, I did play it. Beautiful. I mean, of course, it's Gears. I mean, I think that's what most people are playing it for the multiplayer. Multiplayer was badass. It's a great game. Go check it out. If you're Xbox owner, what are you waiting for? You're probably playing it right now, sawing people in half. In that case, good on you, man. Pick the great game today. Pick the great game. All right, on to the next one. Next one is Number 7, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Alright, so, give me a little history. I've always been a Pokemon fan since I was a wee kid. And with Pokemon Yellow. And it was just like the TV show, which I loved. And I we've had ever since. And I played Pokemon Gold. Pokemon Gold. And I played a remake of it, of Heart Gold. But then, I don't know, it's like, I kind of fell out of love with Pokemon, because, like, the sprite, I think, you know what it was? Pokemon Stadium. I saw Pokemon Stadium, I was like, whoa, I was so blown away. And I'm like, man, I want my Pokemon games to, on the go, play like that. But, sadly, no, in the case of technology wasn't even there yet. In fact, it was impressive even at its time. Even then, it aged pretty well. Seeing all these, a giant Charizard or Pikachu or Squirtle or Bulbasaur, all your favorite Pokemon, and these 3D models the way it is, it's beautiful and amazing. It's like, wow, it's like amazing to look at. And I kind of want that for my to-go Pokemon games, but sadly it couldn't deliver. So it's like I kind of lost interest. And then the newer ones I wanted to get into, we're getting like no play like it's the Alpha Mega Sapphire. Oh well, the original Sapphire and Ruby, I think it's called. Where it was Black Sheep as the worst because of all the swimming you do. So I felt like it felt like a good time to come. And then the remake of that game, Alpha Mega Ruby Sapphire, was like, my friends kept convincing. When one friend from work, Joel, was like, you gotta play this game. Pokemon is, and something told me to listen to him. So I checked out the footage, and my eyes, oh my god, it's just like Pokemon Stadium on the go. Just like I've always wanted. And I played that game and beat it and it was so fun. It's like, this is what I've always wanted, Pokemon Stadium type graphics on a Pokemon game. I mean, I know it's being a little bit selfish, but I don't know, Sprite. I mean, I think what it didn't help also was the show. You see all the flashy moves and all this stuff. It's like, wow, I kind of want to do it in the game. You kind of just like see like little taps. I mean, you see some effects, but nothing like. But then again, it's had high expectations. I mean, nothing against the Pokemon game. If you like them, the older Sprite Pokemon games. No, I mean, I'm not against that. It's just I felt like because of the show of Pokemon saying like I want that for my games, but the technology wasn't there yet. Now that it's finally there, I'm so happy now I'm back and better than ever. Trust me, I can't wait to the next Pokemon game. Heck, sometime this year I'm gonna get X and Y. So I'm gonna show you. I beat Sun and Moon in days. I think within a week or so. That's how fun it was. And I got Moon. If you're wondering, I got Moon, by the way. If you're wondering which version I got, so my friend got Sun, so we trade, exclusive Pokemon. But okay, what's good? I know I'm on a rant like why I kind of fall out and got back into Pokemon. But what was good about Pokemon Sun and Moon? Everything. Of course, the graphics is the best it's ever been. It changed the whole system on its head. I'm used to a gym system, like you be 8 gym leaders, and you go through a little story thing. Ooh, excuse me, and then eventually you go to the Pokemon League and you become league champion, and that's it. I remember like the extra stuff to catch legendaries, but that's about it. Here it's like it turns it on its head. Now you're doing you're like against Japan's interpretation of Hawaii with the Holoa challenges and stuff going through Pokemon doing battling gym leaders, which I think you technically do. But you do different things, like you collect this, do that. You're doing these different like trials, and it's kind of cool. It's so different, and you get these stuff getting baddies, you get these crystals, and each crystal, and you're like a type of that Pokemon will power up and do like a special attack once per battle, and it's really really cool. And they just cool like cutscene. You got a cool fireball move or a water move or a grass move for each of your types, and it's so amazing to watch. It's like whoa, it blew my mind. It was like wow. And of course, I think the biggest one everyone's happy about. Remember all the HM like how to use strength or to move a rock or cut certain things or surf to get through stuff. Some of those like HM moves were good, but some of them were garbage. So of course, I think Game Freak finally acknowledged it because of course people use HM slaves. Saying people that's not a part of their main roster of 6, and then what they will do is Let me think. Yeah, what they would do is, learn them, teach them the move, and then, have them go with them to this long area or a cave or something to move rocks or to use a light or use this light move so that you can see in the dark and shit. And it was annoying as hell. You know what I'm saying? It was so annoying. And, of course, you couldn't unteach the move, which was bad. And then, so they got to, okay, the Pokemon. Okay, do you know this move? Okay, you catch random Pokemon. Okay, can you learn this move good? So, you got to leave one of your members out of the team. It was annoying and tedious and just, ugh. Here, the game's like, you want to fight here? We got a Charizard for you. You want to, move stuff? Here's a Machamp. You want to, crush boulders? Here's a Tauros. So they got you covered. Hell, even with surfing's like, you want to surf here? Here's a Lapras. They got your AHM slaves for you. I guess Game Freak was, probably getting feedback. Hey, man, they're already doing this anyway. Might as well make it an official thing. So there you go. Bam. And the story was really nice and interesting. And I liked the feel of the game. And I like the Pokemon there, too. It's a good, nice variety and even some remixes of old Pokemon by giving new types. So it was very interesting, very intriguing, very unique, and you can see those love and passion to the game. You can wear clothes in your Pokemon. You can wear clothes now. You can feed your Pokemon treats, and if he gets more hearts, and the more hearts, the better he does in battle, and more hearts increase. It's so cool to see that, and also, you can, they get dirt, you can brush up on their Pokemon, brush off the dirt and feed them. It's so interactive, it's so cool, and it's probably, my opinion, it's probably controversial it's probably controversial for me to say, but in my opinion, Pokemon Sun and Moon is the best Pokemon game made to date. I don't care what anyone says, because, it has some problems, for example, they do a mating call kind of crap, and they go, ooh, and then you got, they'll call friends, and sometimes it's annoying because you want to catch that Pokemon, but the game's like, whoa, there's 2 Pokemon here, you can't throw a Pokeball. That's annoying. Or you gotta have them, make them use that mating call, so that way you can, get us, because sometimes that's the only way you get, a certain Pokemon, so it's really annoying. But, overall, though, despite that, it's a fun game. Go get it. If you're a 3DS owner, what are you waiting for? Go get Pokemon Sun and Moon. It is the shit. I know, wow. I was on that one for a while. I'm sorry, but it's such a fun game. Really, really fun game. Okay, number 6 is Tokyo Mage, a.k.a. Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem. It's a crossover RPG between Persona and Fire Emblem. How was it? Before I go on, fun fact, actually, originally, the original team was going to cross over Fire Emblem with Pokemon. Thought it was very interesting. I will love to see, I will still love to see that happen, actually. Because, Fire Emblem is more popular now, and it's more characters, there's more popular characters that people know now in the States, so I wouldn't see why they couldn't make it, in the future. I'd play it, so... It's even done in a cool, unique way. I don't see why not. Alright, so how was it? How is that game? It's, in my opinion, if you want to get into a Persona game, but it's, you want to get into the story of it and, enjoy the story of the game, we'll have to worry about it being too hard. This is the game to jump on right now, because Tokyo Mage, aka the Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem game, I know I'm being long with it, but it is a fun RPG game, and it's good for casuals too, because you admit they have a mode where you want to play for the story, you don't worry about dying, and it's very forgiving for casual people like me. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun game, because most Persona or Shin Megami Tensei games are notoriously known for being very, very hard. So it's kind of a turn off for me, but here now it's like, oh no, you can play it for the story, and it's a fun story to have. It's a fun game. It's a fun story. You really care for the characters. It's very Japanese, if you know what I mean. It's so goddamn Japanese. But I love it though. It has a unique charm, and I love it. And it was addicting. I put at least 70, 80 out of it. All the side quests, all the main missions, everything. Try to get everything, the costumes. I did as much as I possibly could in that game. I didn't 100% it, but it was a fun game. It was fun. It was addicting. You cared for the characters. You cared about the story. Even though, it was about idolism until, and it took a weird turn and not what I expected, but it made me care. They hired some good-ass writers. It was about idols and idols in Japan stuff, even though it sounded like on paper, this is not going to work. But when you play the game, it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun, and like how they reference people from the original Fire Emblem game from Awakening. So it's, you can look it up, see which character they're representing or which character they're. Though there's some you can tell which character they're from, but others unless you look it up, you won't recognize which character they're supposedly doing a persona interpretation of. But it was really good. It was really well done. It's a great RPG. Of course, if you Persona fans, you want a challenge, it's still there for you. You can pick a harder challenge. And of course, with the familiar, moves and weaknesses and how the game works, it's still there. But it's a fun game. I put hours into that game. It's so much fun. And I even did the first impressions on it on my channel. It's a fun game. I highly I can't recommend this game enough. It's a lot of fun. Go check out Tokyo Mage. It is a fun game, especially for Wii U owners, which we get so little now, considering the Wii U's dead because Switch is coming around the corner. If you're an RPG fan, go pick it up. It's a great purchase, to say the least. All right, what's the next one? Number 5. This was hard. This was hard. From here on out, this is going to be really hard. Number 5 was Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. Which I will do a review of later on this year. I don't know when, I'm not going to put a date, but it's coming, don't worry. But it is a fun-ass game, let me tell you. It is a fun-ass game, holy shit. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, go play it. Now, some people will tell you, well, it's just more of an update, more of a 1.5 or 1.8 of a game. Which, okay, I will give them that. It feels like more of an updated version of it, like a Street Fighter Championship Edition kind of update kind of thing. But it's a good update that it makes it's so good that you wouldn't even have to play Xenoverse 1. You can just jump right into 2. Kind of like with Mass Effect in a way, once you think about it. You just jump right into 2, and it kind of fills the gaps for you from the first one. But yeah, it's fun. Holy shit, is it fun? Because Pro Jared, again, I'm trying to throw him on the bus. I love Pro Jared, but he makes it it's just a minor update. That it's just the same game. It's not a minor update. It's a major update. Number 1, bosses in the game flinch. You know what I'm saying? So there's no super armor. They actually, they just you can make them flinch. They just fight smarter. Number 2, if you want a certain master to learn from, so you can get special skills, equipment from. Before Xenoverse 1, you have to constantly leave the main area hub, go back in and get a certain master. Here, they're in certain areas in the map, and they'll always be there. So you want to learn from Frieza, you just go here. If you want to learn from this guy, go over there. So it's not oh man, I hope I get the right master. A person, they're always there in that map, so they'll never leave, so don't worry. So it's really cool. There's you can play online with people, which that's cool. That's a cool thing to do. Plus, you're doing raid events to get exclusive monsters. For example, you got take down a giant monster together as a team and stuff. Yeah, so you can see I'm outside, but you got to take down a giant roster you got team up together to take down this giant monster or something, and a team of people got to take them down, and if you manage to succeed, you get an exclusive item from that event, and it's so much fun. It's a lot of fun. All the characters are cool to play as. The humans are great, the Saiyans are great, and also all the races have special abilities. For example, the Mechans, they can grow tall. Of course, Super Saiyans this time can go Super Saiyan 3. Humans can fight a Nimbus Cloud. The Boo race can turn into Kid Boos. Though I heard that's the worst one, based on some people's opinions. But yeah, it's a significant upgrade. And granted, it doesn't feel like a true sequel, but it's an upgrade that's worth purchasing. I had so much fun. I maxed out my Saiyan. I'm on a human character right now. Hell, my friend Koopa already did this. I think he did he did a boot character, and now he's already doing a Saiyan and a human and a Mechan already. Like he's like playing all of them because he's having so much fun. Like it's addicting and it is fun, and I can't blame him. It's a fun game. Does it have its flaws? Yeah. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's a fun game. I highly recommend it. Go definitely check out Xenoverse 2. So it's not just a great update. It's a great update for if you're a hardcore DBZ fan. Go get it. I mean, it is for you. Casuals, if you just want to it's not really getting a good in terms of story. If you want if you want to play for the story, like want to learn these people's characters and backstories. Go play one of the Tenkaichi games, because especially Tenkaichi 2. It covers the entire Dragon Ball Z anthology. Go play that if you want to find out for the story. But if you want to play for the combat, then go play Xenoverse 2. It's a lot of fun. All right, number 4, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I know 4. But let me see. Is it me? Let me double check the meat. Sure. Yes. In my opinion, besides Storm 2, which I love the first 2 Storm games, the first one was really, really cool. Second one was phenomenal. I need to do a review of that in the future. The ones in the middle, however, kind of stumbled here and there. But 4 to me was that true comeback of a game. Was it perfect? No. But considering how they ended it and how they handled the game, they made up for it. They made up for it. I mean, it's the best in terms of combat, the biggest roster to date. Hell, there's a Boruto DLC story mission coming out sometime this year. So I'm definitely gonna do I'm gonna get footage of that whenever that comes out. So it's a lot to play and look forward to. It's so much. It's such a fun game. The online is great for it. Combat, unlike Xenoverse, where the online is kind of like cheap. People can do these moves that beat you all cheaply and stuff. Xenoverse is more balanced. I mean, there's some characters that still balance each other, but it's more of a balanced fighter compared to the Xenoverse too. But it's still a fun game though. I love Storm. Story mode is fun. The online's fun. You can collect. There's a lot of collectibles. It's a fun. If you're a Naruto fan, what are you waiting for? Go get this game. The fan service is there, and then some. The combat's great. The fan service is great. And it's all the great characters you love. Play fantastic. It's a fun game. If this is the last Naruto game, which I'm hearing that the Boruto's going to continue the series, which I doubt at this point. But if it is the last game, and if it is the last game for a while, then this is a good game to look forward to. Also, if you want to hear more details on it, check out my review. I did a review on my channel, so go check that out. All right, so that's it for Storm. I know that's a lot to say, but it's a fun game. Go definitely pick it up. Excuse me. Number 3 was a tie. It was hard. I couldn't choose one over the other when I thought about it. It was Fire Emblem's Birthright and Conquest. I couldn't choose one over the other. There's some things that know me about Conquest, but I love Conquest. It was so fun. I had a lot of great characters. So the Birthright had a lot of great characters. It was hard to choose. I couldn't choose one over the other. I love both in his own unique ways. There's some things that bug me about Conquest, but there's something that bug me about Birthright. So I couldn't hate one couldn't pick one over the other. But I love both games, especially for casual fans like me. I love this game. Now there's this whole fucking thing about where if you're not really a true Fire Emblem fan, you don't play on the hardcore modes, that this is ruining the series. Well, to those people, I say fuck you. Okay, us casuals here is the reason why you even have these sequels. Because guess what? According to Nintendo, there's several sources from the internet. If Fire Emblem Awakening failed, Nintendo was going to discontinue the series. It wasn't doing too well in terms of sales. It was going to discontinue the series. Awakening, because of those casuals, saved the franchise. And both Birthright and Conquest sold amazingly well. I don't care what people say, us casuals are ruining it. No, fuck you. Okay? We saved it for your ass. First of all, you're welcome. Second of all, if you still want the fucking balls hard challenge, it's there for you. It's not like with Resident Evil 5. Not like with Resident Evil series where, it's not hard anymore. It's just like action to get people Call of Duty and shit. They're not compromising the game like that. No, if you still want to play it on, the challenging, everyone dies if you don't plan your strategy right mode, it's there for you. But for people that want to play it for fun and for the story and they want no one to die, it's there for us. It's smart. It appeals to both people. Does more sales. You know, hey, because there was one video I saw pissed me off, that these games are ruining the Fire Emblem series. No, they saved it. Us casuals saved this series. Okay? So get over it. I know I'm going a little rant on that, and I apologize, guys, but hey, we're destroying the series. When actually we saved the series from getting tanked. Seriously. But what's great about it? You know, the combat's great. The story's really well written. A lot of lovable, likable characters. It's the best in today. It's very, very well balanced too. It's not before where in Awakening you have two people attacking if you pair up together. Only one attacks because it was kind of a broken system that needed to be fixed though. So if you pair up, only one will attack, but if you got a good relationship or you're a good buddy will at least protect you and guard you. So not all the time, of course, but to kind of balance things out. But it's a fun game. I highly recommend it. It's a nice balance. A lot of characters. You can play online against one another, which is a cool thing. I haven't tried out personally, but it's it's definitely fun. Go check out Birthright and Conquest. Even but that's with its DLC Revelations, which I didn't put on this because it's technically a DLC. They had that one in the game, so technically it doesn't count. But it's a fun game. To me, it's the best version though. In terms of DLC, go get that. It's fun. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. Birthright and Conquest was an amazing RPG series. For those people that, because like I mentioned before, with Fire Emblem, if a character die, they die forever in that series. Where this time they'll get knocked out, but you can use them in the next chapter, which appeals to me, to us casuals. You know what I'm saying? But of course, if you still want the challenge, you can still choose it. It's still there for you. But because of the casuals being there, now the game is like more mainstream and more popular now. Hell, that's even why this Tokyo Mage game even got through and got done and brought to the States, because people like Fire Emblem now. It's more mainstream thanks to Awakening. Awakening made it more mainstream, so we're now I'm in the Fire Emblem now. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm buying all their games. I can't wait for the next one. Honestly, I cannot wait for the next one. I'm really excited for what they do next with the franchise. I know. I'm sorry. I got a little rant. Is this again? I saw a video how people are saying how we're ruining the franchise again. I know I'm repeating myself, but when you add more casuals to your game does better. Just saying. All right. 2-1 is hard. So this was hard. I went back and forth, but finally, as I'll get into it now, I'll tell you why I chose what I chose as number 2 as number 1. Okay, number 2, which I'll do is a review of, again, it's coming out either next week or sometime late this month, is the 2016 version of Doom. That's right, Doom, man. Doom. What can I say about Doom? It feels like very retro to the old classic Doom games. Is there, and it's intense as hell. The graphics are amazing. The multiplayer is not the best in the world, but it's so much fun. It's a great game. It's so much fun. The music, the combat. The commercials for it was badass. If you see the commercials, go look up on YouTube. That's some badass commercials. The music, the music, the gameplay, the graphics. It feels like hell. There's even custom Doom maps where you can play people, kind of like when Mario Maker, play custom levels that fans are making. That's fun to do. It's a fun game, a fun ride. This is how you do a true homage to a remake to a classic franchise. This is what Destiny, what people did. It turned the first person shooter genre on its head. It was amazingly well done. It was amazing. I cannot stress enough. It's a well done. This game was made with love and passion. Believe it or not, this game would be like a generic Call of Duty clone. There's actually the original footage of it out there, but it looked like Call of Duty with Doom slapped on it, and the people was like, no, we're not going that direction. So they started all over. They did it from scratch. They had no review copies of it, and granted, they only showed the multiplayer of it, so people were worried. But when the game came out, it what came out to nothing but praise and adoration because it deserves it. It's a badass game. I mean, what more can I say about it? It's just, it has a good platforming sections. I mean, the monsters look awesome. Like I said, the blood and the game's not for kids because the blood and gore is in your face. If you're a hardcore Doom fan, this game is for you. Plus, the music is on point. Oh my god, this game is so awesome. I mean, Doom kicked ass this year. Doom 2016 is the shit. But I didn't pick a number one / my game of the year. So what's number one? I mean, I loved Doom, but the same franchise I loved more. Maybe you could say it's a little bit biased. But my number one game of 2016 is Uncharted 4, and my game of the year. I love that game. It's deserving of it, and it was not an easy pick. I flipped back and forth between it, but what edged it out was, granted, I love Doom and I love the great gameplay, and it was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but you know, Uncharted had that same great gameplay. It wasn't as gory as Doom, how, you know, no duds team, but it had a great story, great gameplay, and you know, likable characters, and overall a great multiplayer too. Because, you know, like I said, the Doom guy has personality, has some personality, but it doesn't really say much. There's a story there if you're looking for it, but it's not like, oh my god, it's gonna blow your mind. And like I said, the multiplayer is good, not great, but good in small spurts. Where Uncharted had memorable characters, a great story, great gameplay, and great multiplayer. I mean, so that's why, in my opinion, it edged it out. And supposedly it's supposed to be the last in the franchise. So it is. It ended with a bang. Uncharted 4 is great. Nolan North kills it as Nathan Drake. Samuel's played by Troy Baker, who's done everything at this point. So he's in fucking everything. But yeah, a lot of great voice cast, great game. Go get Uncharted 4. If you're a PS4 owner, what are you waiting for? Go get Uncharted 4. It is a fantastic game. Like I said, I cannot highly recommend it enough. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on it, I did an Uncharted 4 review on my channel. Please go check that out. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my list of my top 10 games of 2016. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the noise outside. This is one to film outside. It was so beautiful out today, despite it being kind of cloudy-ish, and it's like practically almost noon when I started. But overall, that's my list of my top 10 games of 2016. I love to hear you guys. Love to hear your thoughts and your lists on the comment section below. What's your favorite game of 2016? I love to hear you guys' thoughts on the matter. What are you guys going to pick? Alright, well guys, that's my list, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for sitting by and listening to me rant for nearly 40 minutes. But these are the games. These are my top 10 games of 2016. I cannot wait for 2017. It's going to be that much better. I cannot wait. Thanks you guys for listening. And please always make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out.